to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us today. We are here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
I am surviving.
You are surviving.
Mm-hmm.
I will survive. I was listening to Donna Summer in the car on the way in. So I have to tell you, this little story.
All right.
So we host 2 shows a day.
Correct.
And our second show that we host is a very caller driven show.
Absolutely.
Here, not so much, but there a whole lot. And very often we get callers who say, I just found your show, my first time listening, or, I'm brand new to your show.
Right.
And, and at first you're like, oh, that's so sweet. And you love that. Thanks a lot. Then, Angel, who's the forever question asker.
The most inquisitive woman I've ever met in my entire life.
I think, how is that possible? How do people find us? Because on my radio,
everything revolves around Angel's radio.
No, just in my world, my life revolves around my radio, not necessarily everybody's, but in my world, if I go, I have my preset dials, right? Yes. And they're all preset. And okay, I like this station, and then I move over to this one, and maybe I want this one, and then I come back and I float around. I don't ever use the seek. Is that what it is? Search?
There's a seek and there's a scan.
A scan?
Yeah.
I don't scan unless I'm usually traveling. When you get into a rental car, you get into a new area, when you're on a road trip, and you've got to scan for a new station because the one you're listening to goes out of range. So I never seek or scan and so I was fascinated by this recently, and I don't know why.
Men still seek him.
So this morning, I'm driving in my car, and this one, I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Nope, I don't like that. No, I don't like what's going on there. And I kind of go up and down the dial a little bit, and I thought, oh, I should scan.
You should scan.
I should scan. This is why people scan. I never scan, but I'm going to scan.
All right.
I scanned.
Yeah.
And I found a radio station that I will tell you, when I was driving here into the studio.
Yeah.
First, they played Prince. And then they played Donna Summers.
Lock that baby down.
Couldn't get any better. And I wouldn't have found it had somebody else not told me they
Wait a minute, there's another station playing Angel music?
There's another station playing Angel music. Well, usually in my convertible, I love listening to country music. But I kind of get bored with it. I'm really a classic country girl, not a new country girl.
Oh, we can still be friends.
And so I was, just kind of done with it. So so I scanned, and I found something really fun. And I have to say, I'm totally impressed that here it is now, December, and I'm still driving my convertible.
I am impressed as well.
I haven't had to park it and put it away due to the weather. But this just in, more? I don't know if you knew that all business kind of stopped for a little while. All productivity stopped for a little while this afternoon here in Denver, Colorado.
It is true.
There was an announcement made that Colorado, and Colorado Springs specifically,
yes,
we will be getting an In-N-Out burger.
We got a double animal style.
Sometime in the future, no for sure date, but there's always rumors going along about Colorado getting an In-N-Out, but all the news, all the trends, all the shares, so all productivity had to stop for a little while this afternoon as Colorado discovered that at some point in the future we will be getting
really
an In-N-Out burger.
I've read the history of the In-N-Out chain and all of it, and of course it's kind of a cult thing. If you either get it or you don't. There's people from Jersey who love Five Guys, right? And that's kind of their thing. There's people from Texas who, if I don't mention Whataburger, they're going to be very, very upset. And of course, if you're from Indianapolis, Indiana, you got to have sliders and nails from White Castle. Chicago, Indianapolis, they love that stuff. But In-N-Out Burger is it's been a distribution chain issue, and it's just not been able to get up here to Colorado because of the distribution chain. Even though they have one in Salt Lake, which would mean that we could have one in Denver.
Well, we're getting one in Denver. So that's hallelujah news. Yeah. So yesterday we interviewed a gentleman named Mark Hardcastle. And if you didn't hear his interview, you can always go back to our Facebook wall, click on the videos and find our interview with Mark Hardcastle. We were talking about Oh shoot, what was the title of his topic? I'll look it up so that I get that.
The Symphony of Your Life.
The Symphony of Your Life. That's right. It was in alignment with the title of his book.
Correct.
One of our trainings, we train people how to actually use radio to build their brand. We teach people how to get more PR, how to be more effective when you are a guest, speaking on other people's stages, including other people's podcasts and radio programs, to create this expertise and this level of credibility for your business. Well, Mark took our lessons and our training to heart before he came into the studio. Now, I'd love to say that everybody does that and that should just be kind of a given, but he was probably one of the most prepared guests that we've had.
Absolutely.
In the recent
He's
days.
A captain for the airlines. He comes, checks, double checks
and checks lists and all of that. And so part of that is his personality style, and then we've got the really creative ones that are just super fun to have in the studio too. And we take them all because I just think it adds so much fun and flavor to the program. But one of the things that we teach our clients and guests on the Experience Pros Radio Show, and if you're going to be a speaker, you're going to speak around town, you want to build extra credibility and that visibility for your brand, is use a landing page.
A landing page
on your website. Now, most of us direct traffic or tell people, for example, experiencepros.com. Go to experiencepros.com. That's our website. And everybody has their main page for their website.
Sure.
But when you are speaking, you are probably giving some tips. You probably have a call to action.
Right.
You want to kind of move people through your sales process, your sales funnel, or get them into your pipeline a little faster. And so instead of sending them to the main page, the main hub,
which
they might have to
be considered a lobby of a hotel.
The lobby of the hotel, where they have to navigate. They've kind of got to figure out where they're going.
Go to the bar.
Send them right to the bar.
Get them to the bar.
Right? Wouldn't it be nice if there was a special? So here's something.
Landing page.
Eric and I had, where we work out at Orange Theory Fitness, and at Parker and Arapahoe Road here in Colorado, in that same parking lot, there's a grocery store.
Yeah.
And inside that grocery store, there is a coffee shop.
All right.
So we would go after the workout into this grocery store to get to the coffee shop. Well, I discovered
because it's your
it's my
calcium shake.
It's my calcium shake.
Yeah.
Yeah. A latte is my justification.
Calcium shake.
My calcium shake. Apparently I need to boost my calcium intake. So I'm now having a latte. It's my calcium shake.
So we would park and go into the front door. Go into
the front door and navigate through to the coffee shop.
Right.
Well, the other day I saw somebody coming out this other door.
There was another door?
There was another door right to the coffee shop. It was like a landing page.
It was a landing page.
It's a shortcut to get people right to
the bar,
the coffee shop, the call to action, the tips that you were sharing.
Where you want them to be.
Where you want them to be. If they end up on your homepage, then which is kind of the main general purpose, it's your overall brand. Maybe it talks about your corporate values. It's typically loaded with places to all other areas of your site. But if they've heard you on the radio, you want to get something that's catchy, that's easy to remember, and takes them right to that next step. I heard you talk, so I don't need to get to know you yet. I already did. I already want what you have offered. So now let's send them to this unique landing page. Now, a lot of times you'll hear, okay, go to experiencepros.com/radio.
Right.
A lot of people will just add the little bumper on the end.
Sure.
Harder to remember, harder to type in, especially if people are listening in the car.
But what if you did buildyourbrandontheradio.com?
Buildyourbrandontheradio.com. It's catchy. I can remember it because it's kind of a phrase.
Right.
Buildyourbrandontheradio.com. And I think that Mark's was, I was looking it up.
6clarifyingquestions.com.
6clarifyingquestions.com. His whole talk was around these 6 clarifying questions to help you get back on a path or to kind of navigate through your life. So he created the landing page, 6clarifyingquestions.com. Super easy. Takes people right to where he wants them to go.
And by the way, it takes that little domain name, which cost him probably $12, takes them directly to his website with a page that is designed to get one thing and one thing only, your email address, so that he can send you the 6 clarifying questions and begin a relationship with you.
So here it is. It's his call to action. It was his sticky messaging that he used in his interview. And then here it is, the landing page that takes people through and gets them right into his pipeline, his sales funnel. Great way for him to follow up. So use landing pages, especially if you're speaking, if you're a guest on anybody else's show, and you are doing presentations out in the community.
There you go. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. More positive business talk. Angel and Eric, this is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.